All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to this a rebranded, revitalized Fanbyte Watches. We will be joined by myself, Funke, Imran, Steven, and eventually John. But just wanted to let y'all know that that's what's happening. Gonna watch this Horizon State of Play, and I've gotten confirmations from everybody that folks are ready. So we're gonna. There's a thing that I would say, but I can't legally. So we're gonna fade to black. Ah, fuck! I said it.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, folks.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everybody? Let me know how volume is on everybody. I can make this screen go away.
Ooh.
Y'all shouldn't have any fucking background audio. If you do, please let me know and I will figure out how to make that go away. But until then, folks. Oh, John's here too.
Can y'all hear me?
Hi, John.
We can
Now
hear
we
you.
Oh, okay.
I haven't let
John.
you in yet.
John, I need a good, like, more formal way to say your name because I always want to say Jonathan, but that's not your name.
That's not my name.
But
No,
I
it's
always,
not.
but I
Call me
like,
Stacy.
because sometimes I will say Nicholas.
That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me white girl, but I'm a rock. Mary Jolisa.
Can y'all hear the stream? No, you can't.
I just have the stream open separately.
I have
Okay,
the stream up separately.
Can chat hear the stream now?
Where is the stream? Is it twitch.tv/
PlayStation?
PlayStation?
Let me know. I think the stream might be too loud, but let me know.
Well, let me know.
Yeah, the stream has sound. The stream has sound, but y'all can't hear it. Interesting. Okay, well,
Now, those two concepts feel diametrically opposed to me. But
advanced settings. No, I need.
For when I'm down here, it looks like I can look up at the screen.
wow.
Wow.
Oh, true. I can look too.
Oh, it's getting glitchier.
Wow.
Oh, the other way.
The other way. Funky. I wasn't gonna say anything. Whoa. What do you
Chat,
see from up there, Funky? Can you see the mountains from up there, Funky?
Chat, I'm gonna pull your I'm gonna pull y'all off the screen so we can see ourselves bigger, and I'm gonna edit the sound. Hopefully it will work. So give me 1 second.
Bye.
Wow.
How y'all feeling? Did y'all like Horizon Zero Dawn?
I did.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I think like I didn't like it at first because it came out like right alongside Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like that was just not at all the game I wanted to play at the time.
Yeah.
That killed it
But-
for so many people, I remember.
Yeah. But I think I really, really enjoyed the story in a way that makes me think I might not enjoy this game as much because like that story was real finished.
Yeah. It was really polished and put together, and it had a satisfying beginning, middle, and conclusion, I would say.
I'm
Yeah.
amazed that they like stuck the landing as well as they did. I felt like so happy about it, and I feel like video games so classically just always have terrible endings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting. Oh my gosh.
It's starting. We see
Trying to-
Aloy's big
I'm
adventure.
trying to get sound as fast as I can, folks.
We don't need that.
We'll just make the sounds ourselves.
We'll make the dinosaur.
Hello, I'm Mathias Dijon,
I've
game
got
director
Oh, you're
of,
doing great.
of Gorilla.
I have a bow.
Killzone Shadowfall was better than people gave it credit for, and I just wanted to use this platform to tell you that.
But only Shadowfall, not the other ones.
No. Killzone Mercenary, very solid Vita shooter. I don't know if we made that one. That might have been the
Might have been
studio.
someone else.
The audio on the live stream, not ours, but the PlayStation one, is out of sync.
It's totally unsynced.
Hmm.
Oh, they just corrected for me. All right, let's take a look.
Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics.
Mm.
Okay. I hope there are less white people with dreads in this one.
Mhm.
Oh, funky. That is some wishful thinking.
I got bad news for you.
Yeah, I've got bad news for you.
Right off the bat, this does like have a different color scheme to it than Horizon Zero Dawn, which was very orange.
It's also very
Mhm.
snowy. It was like
In the DLC, yeah.
Yeah, the reformed mountain. Well, I think like the mountain areas were
Even at the start, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
very cold and snowy.
Yeah, this is a little more tropical.
Yeah, you get some orange juice here.
Oh, Aaron's back, which is something I think everyone was clamoring for after the sequel. Was more Aaron?
Who?
He was the guy with the beard.
Who?
Exactly. Delamacos asks, "Is Lance Reddick in this one?" Yes, Lance Reddick was in the first trailer.
Yeah.
I'm just so impressed that they made an entire game out of the waitress that serves you at Alamo Draft House in Austin. It's just like amazing to me.
Which came first, Aloy or that one character from Game of Thrones who looks exactly like Aloy?
Oh, is that Sonya?
The one with
not Sonya. What
with
the hell was her
Jon
name?
Snow?
The one
Yeah.
that hit, yeah, the one that's
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that character was written
yeah,
years before
years
Horizon ever came
ago,
out.
but I don't know.
But I don't think she was not
Oh,
cast
they're at the
before her.
beach.
That's true. Ooh,
Some
This looks really
dino
nice.
pterodactyls.
wow,
I'm
this is
digging it.
pretty.
Maybe for you, I'm gonna turn up the resolution a little bit on my stream, and that helped a
This
lot.
looks like the first area in Chrono Cross. This doesn't look like.
It does, John.
looks
You're
a
not
lot
wrong.
like it,
Where's Pushel or whatever that thing's name was?
yeah. Right? Oh my god.
Ooh, this is cool. I don't think I've seen one of them with like feathers.
Yeah,
These dinos.
Yeah.
these
I like
feel
how
a
they're
little bit
flowing.
more like actually animalistic. You know? Oh, it's got
Yeah.
chainsaw jaw.
Oh my.
How do they not see her?
She has red hair, and when she's in red grass, you just can't see
No
anything.
one can see her.
Oh,
She's really not doing any job of hiding, though, is she? Now that you say that.
Big congrats to everyone watching. Oh, all right, Nikki, you're figuring it out. Nikki, you're doing great.
Oh, I'm gonna turn chat off. Not our chat, the bad chat.
Oh yeah, I need to turn bad chat off too. It's so distracting.
smoke bomb. Okay.
I don't
Smoke
think that was in the first
bombs.
game, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, was it?
Or something of that nature.
You definitely had more gadgets than just arrows.
Yes, and you had like a bunch of different types of arrows as well.
Right.
But it's also like primarily because if you tried to melee in that game, boy, you were not in for a good time.
No.
No.
I think
Okay.
you could like if you used it for stealth kills, that was fine because you could like stealth hack.
So it still looks like you're bound by. No, it looks like you can move around to different
Ooh.
climbing.
That looked like a
things.
grappling hook.
That's kind of cool. I love these cinematic fights because they're always so like plotted out in a really interesting way. How I would have fought this is I just would have been in the bushes shooting arrows until I like brute force a kill or something. and
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
None of it looks good.
You
Water is
die and
definitely-
restart. Realize, oh, this is a forced running sequence. They actually don't want me to win here. I gotta run.
Right.
The swimming is definitely new. This was not in the
Yeah.
last
I
game.
mean, this is gorgeous.
It looks great. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an underwater dinosaur thing?
looks like
Yeah.
Looks like it.
some kind of like underwater
Ooh.
alligator thing.
I noticed this
And-
when playing the first game, but boy, there's like a lot of Monster Hunter influence in this series.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so.
the way that like they have that bestiary that is basically just like hunter's notes that says like aim for this part of the body. It's got the best hit zone value.
Best value, $99.99.
Best value.
Boy, this does look like a PlayStation 5 ass PlayStation 5 game though.
It does.
It does
It's good.
now. When-
PlayStation
like,
5 ass
earlier-
PlayStation 5 game though.
It
Like
does.
it
Very
does
much
now.
beginning.
Like a
when it
PlayStation-
looked like it looked a little too PS4y for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like once you got into the water, I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah. This looks pretty good.
See, it's Aaron. Remember Aaron?
Oh yeah, I do remember this guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Ouchie.
Not sure how I feel so far about them. They're not doing the best job of distancing themselves from some of the bad stuff from this franchise by having like the two white people being attacked by people in like tribal guard riding
Sure.
animals and wearing feathers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5 is timeless. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Oh god. God, that game aged like fine milk.
Uh-huh.
I love this beast. God dang.
Yeah.
Kind of a mastodon, you know?
Okay, whenever we figure out hair as a games industry, that's gonna be great because
Yeah.
we still haven't figured it out.
What are you talking about?
Camping
Stress Effects
Cheetahs.
was in that first Tomb Raider game.
I mean, listen, we made some important strides, but we still have a ways to go.
Her hair does look like it's on a different character model.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's just weird. It's hard. I get it.
I think fighting
I think
the
it looks
people-
good. It's just like when it moves on its own, like it just sort of like pops to a different direction.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
real
true.
weird.
Especially when the
flipping
wind's
through a
going
bow.
the other direction as well. I think fighting the humans are the most boring part of these games.
Yes.
Or this game. Because I just want to fight the big dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And like befriend them and also be like, hey, you go over there. That
Oh,
was
it looks
where I
like
kinda-
they've added some
Oh!
like the dinosaur fight to the real people because they've got armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
those melee hits did not look incredibly ineffectual like they were in the first game.
No.
Sheesh.
He did a Bloodborne.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So they said like, well, people didn't like the fighting humans part before. What if we just made the fighting humans part identical to the monsters?
Was that just a Street Fighter Ultra? Like
It's a fighting game now. Ooh.
Again, though, boy, they had an opportunity to look back at like the mistakes of the past, and they did just say like, what if we open our first like real demo for this game with this white woman killing these people that are definitely like coded a certain way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were pretty defensive about it in the first game, if I recall.
Yeah.
I remember that too. Yeah, because they got called up for the terms, especially Braves. Like that's what Alloy is called when
Yeah.
she does the proving or whatever and like wins the challenge. But yeah, I remember the response was like, you never know what's gonna offend people in this climate. And it's
Right.
Yeah.
pretty
I'm
cringy
like,
way to respond to like valid criticism of just
Hey,
outdated indigenous terms.
I'm from there.
I don't think Aloy is a terrible character, but
No,
no.
these problems would have been avoided by making her not white, at least partially. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like such an I don't know. I don't want to
And
say
like-
an easy fix because I don't necessarily
is
trust them to
sick.
deal with that either. But that was awesome.
I do think it's
So-
interesting, and I will kind of spoil Horizon a little bit here. Sorry, it's a stream for the sequel, but
Yeah.
like I think it's interesting that they're taking a tack of humanity would rebuild itself in the exact same kind of way with the same kinds of cultures, which I
right.
think is a little like not true, but
Yeah,
it's an
a
interesting way to
bummer,
go
yeah.
about it. But it's like if your idea of that is what if white people just were the Native Americans?
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's not a bad thing to explore, but let's figure out where we're going with it first.
Yeah.
It feels like it borrows way too much from indigenous culture and then goes and kind of pretends they're like Vikings or something.
Right.
later
yeah.
on.
It's a weird vibe.
And there are different cultures in that game. Like the big like mega city that's like the place where all the good guys live is
Yeah.
like the I think is supposed to be like Southeast Asian coded.
It's a very like racially diverse game, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
really neat.
Just not the protagonist.
Yeah.
Right. Oh gosh. Oh, we're
Jeez.
gonna see this fight. I bet this is gonna be wild. Wow. Elephant's got a whole ass house on its back.
Gimli's about to walk out and say, that still only counts as one.
Probably should have seen that coming.
Probably. Ouch.
All this is doing is it makes me want Gammoth in Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh wow, that was cool.
Ooh.
Like the really big robot fights in the game were so cool, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed
I
them
did
a
enjoy
lot.
those a lot.
It's got laser eyes.
They
Yeah.
really without being like a total clone or homage. They really nailed the feeling of like Shadow of the Colossus for me, like dealing with these really giant things that you have to break down.
Yeah.
Right.
I liked that feeling a lot.
Yeah, especially like just every time they introduced a new beast, like just figuring out what it does and like its
Yeah.
quirks and that like just scanning it too to find the weak spots was so satisfying.
Yeah, I love that too.
I'm really curious what the PS4 version of this game looks like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I wonder if we're maybe looking at a cyberpunk situation where it's
no.
quote unquote coming out for PlayStation 4. I don't know. That's
What if-
speculative, and that's not very nice to speculate, but I also am curious about it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sony will just take it off the store if it's broken.
Can you imagine taking like a first party game off the store? That'd be so
Spider-Man
crazy.
looked all right though.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't think the PS5 version of Spider-Man looked this good though.
Yeah, I also agree with that.
I don't think I realized how Breath of the Wild that like hover or thing she was
The
floating
glider?
on was. Yeah.
The glider, yeah. I mean, listen, borrow, it's fine.
No,
Like
it-
yeah,
the
it's
reason
totally
I
fine.
didn't play this game right when it came out is because a better version of it was out called Breath of the Wild. So if you just put Breath of the Wild into this game, then we're good. I'll
I mean,
play it.
honestly, like I don't think if you're making an open world game post 2017 and you haven't been inspired in some way by Breath of the Wild, then like I'd find that really weird.
Yeah.
I think the original Horizon was kind of one thing that I was always a little bit like okay about with the comparisons to Breath of the Wild is like Horizon put its resources into those robot fights. Breath of the Wild's fights, by comparison, are not very fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do different things, but like
Yeah.
the thing I always came out with Horizon was, hey, I just need to get over this like small cliff to get to where I need to go. Oh wait, I can't climb on things unless it
Right.
tells me I can.
I know. That was so frustrating. And then I was
Yeah.
like, Link can climb on an ox's butt and then do like little 360s and stuff. It's great. Actually that was Dragon's Dogma, but
Hey, also a
yeah,
good game
like,
where you can just climb
just-
anything.
I loved being able to climb anything. It was such a simple innovation.
God, I've been
All right,
playing so much
so-
Genshin Impact lately.
Horizon Forbidden West, there it is. I wonder if we'll hear from the team more or if that's it.
Gameplay deep dive. Okay, so there is more.
All right.
His
so there's-
buttons go down really far.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like 50% more polo.
I've never seen a polo go down below the sternum. That's kind of strange.
It's a deep T.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if folks want the game and stream audio, I would just pull up twitch.tv/PlayStation, put that on down low, and just listen to us. We did not. We were not able to get the audio working today. We're super sorry, but we'll get it.
This is all test beds for E3 stuff. So
Yeah. Apologies. Y'all are our guinea pigs as we figure stuff out.
Oh, dead kid.
yeah, there's like an evil plague or something, right?
Popular character Errand. Everyone
Keep
wanted that.
showing him. I can't believe a guy named Errand would have you go do stuff. It's like two on the nose.
Fuck off.
It's just like two on the nose.
Aaron is the kind of guy like in an alternate universe where PlayStation All Stars became like a huge success. They're like, okay, we already have Aloy in there. The next character is going to be Aaron, and it's going to be like, really? We're doing
Really, Aaron?
Okay.
Oh, he's an
Okay.
echo fighter for Aloy.
Fighter.
His attacks do more damage, but they're slower.
Okay, they said they were allowing free climbing anywhere in the open world.
Free climbing.
Okay,
which,
that's good because
sounds-
all those had yellow marks on them, which like made me think
Yeah,
it was the same thing again. But
that's so.
It almost looked to
interesting.
me like the yellow marks appeared after she shot the grappling hook to them, though.
Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. I couldn't really get a read on that.
I would
But
really
yeah, if
like
it's
that
free
movement.
climbing anywhere, there's either they either did not show that, or their definition of free climbing is not mine.
Right.
which is also possible.
That's
Free
also incredibly
asterisks
possible. Yeah.
climbing.
I mean, you know, like free climbing could mean Breath of the Wild, but free climbing could also mean like Assassin's Creed, right? Like the
But
modern
even then,
Assassin's
you
Creed
could
games.
like, if you see a wall, as long as there's a grip out there, you can grab it.
Right.
Totally, that's what I mean. But they still feel like totally different versions of things, and
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
could be that. This could be more that than Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Like I like Sony's open world games, but all of them have that thing of, oh, there's paint on this or paint or whatever on this
Yes.
like cliffside. That means I
Yeah.
can climb it.
Yeah, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, like all of them do that. Like they must have a patent for that I just don't know
Mhm.
about. Painted wall can climb.
I mean,
Herman
it
Hulst,
started
like-
with Uncharted.
Yeah.
Herman Hulst comes into every studio being like, I don't know, are people gonna really know you can climb on this if you don't have the paint?
He's like, there's nothing to grab onto, Link. You can't hold on that. That's stupid. You gotta paint that ledge.
Not a lot of people know this. All the Koroks you find out in the worlds with the seeds are out there painting all the walls to tell you where Link can climb.
Oh, thanks, Koroks. Now, if I could Todd Howard that, if I can go there, if I see it, that's looking fun. I mean, that would
Yeah,
be
no.
really cool.
Yeah.
There has to be a trophy to get on top of the Golden Gate Bridge.
100%.
Oh. Where did the first game take place in again?
Wichita.
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 Did they not say a date?
Could
If
flash
they
one up
did,
on
we
screen.
talked over it. It might flash on screen here.
I feel like if there was a date, they would
I
have
didn't hear it.
had it in that graphic. Yeah.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
it.
So
I did
they're
not
not even
hear
a
it.
target window, which makes me think probably not this year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say that is likely. Yeah. Wow.
So that
Well,
was it. 20 minutes. What'd y'all think?
No.
looks good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. I mean, I think based on what we saw the very first time, I thought that game looked good the first time I saw it, and I think it looks even better now.
Yeah.
They've probably just gotten more comfortable with the PlayStation 5 architecture. Yeah. I had the same question Zimmeron had about like, what does this game look like on PS4? I don't know. Hopefully they have PS5s that people can purchase by the time
Looks
this comes
exactly
out.
the same, but it's 15 frames a second.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I'm interested in playing that game. It did not look like, I'm not going to say it wasn't a big leap beyond Horizon, because it does look like it was a big leap beyond Horizon, but to me personally, it just wasn't quite the leap I was hoping for, which is
Sure.
always going to be more than what they're going to be able to do, really. But like, honestly, if you had never told me that game was coming out on PS4 and PS5, I would probably have an entirely different mindset for it the second I see it.
Right.
How, like, if it was just for PS4, you'd have different standards for it?
No, if it was just PS5, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is just like a PS5 game. But it makes me like it being on PS4 as well makes me think like, well, what couldn't you do? Because
Right.
that game is on PS4 as well. Like, what
Mm.
SSD advantage is not being taken like advantage of here because it is also on PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in a very similar boat there. I'm like, I pretty vividly remember the first like combat gameplay they ever showed of Horizon Zero Dawn, and that demo that they just showed right now seemed very, very similar in terms of like what they were trying to, the message they were trying to get across. Like,
Right.
you got a bow, you shoot weak points off of enemies, and there's big monsters. And there was a couple of things here and there in the middle, and it looks better, but that sure looked like Horizon Zero Dawn to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is-
Yeah.
moment to moment.
It does feel like I just downloaded it yesterday and I was playing through some just to get prepared for this, and it does looks pretty similar. It seems like it's the same kind of gameplay, just a bit more weapons and cooler animals, and yeah, I mean that's kind of what I enjoyed from the game anyways. Like I did love exploring the landscape, and this one looks fairly interesting as well. I like that blight stuff. And yeah, that giant elephant thing is very cool, and I want to fight that, and I want to take it down. But yeah, in terms of visually, it didn't look that different. It wasn't like a shocking, like, whoa, PS5 type beat. But yeah, I think I'm still gonna test it out and try that game because I'm digging it. I like the fighting.
There was clearly better tech behind it. Like the
Mhm.
resolution was better. There was obviously like better lighting, better foliage. Like it looked like a better game in every way. I didn't immediately go, this is a big generational leap. It was clearly not on the same hardware, but it did not immediately go for me like, oh, this is the real difference between PS4 and PS5, like
Right.
other games I have seen or played.
Right.
Yeah,
Also,
I've been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I think it's maybe worth remembering this game's going to be $70 when it comes out, because it's a PlayStation first-party exclusive. So, to me personally, I think there's a slightly higher bar for some of that stuff now, just by virtue of the fact that, like, a lot of games coming out that are on PS5 are not $70, but EA and Sony are very much pushing for that like higher price point.
Yeah.
So I think there is a certain part of me that is like, okay, you really got to show me what you got to justify the jump.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I wrote a review for Returnal like last week or so, and I was trying to find that PlayStation 5 feeling because that was like the first exclusive save for like Demon Souls. And I still feel like it wasn't something that I was like, oh wow, I super need to buy a PS4 or PS5 for this. Like everyone needs to get on this. Like it still feels like a slow transition from PS4 to PS5. And yeah, as Imran was saying, like this them also putting this game out on PS4 limits the PS5 capabilities of the game. Like they can't just put all their efforts into focusing on making it the most next gen experience. So I'm just wondering, like, when do y'all think we'll see like a PlayStation 5 game that's like, oh my gosh, like jaw dropping, like you've utilized everything that this console can do and has been like touted to do for all of the directs and stuff?
It's got to be.
I can't answer that.
Yeah.
You can or you can't.
Cannot because yeah, but I'm just saying like that might be closer than we think. There are games in the near future that look very 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 good and like somewhat jaw dropping, I would say. I think this game, the tech is impressive but not. I think what gets me most excited for this game is it's a sequel to a very good video game, and I think that's where I'm gonna really like. That's the excitement for me for Horizon Forbidden West. But also at the same point, I'm like, nothing they showed in terms of story. It does not hook me in the same way Horizon 1 did, because Horizon 1's story was what hooked me. And this one is like, oh, it's Aloy and Aaron doing things.
It's Aaron. It's your good buddy.
Aaron,
to like solve a
everyone's
thing.
favorite.
To solve a thing that I legitimately thought was solved in the last game.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are they even like? They're trying to solve like a plague, but like that is also just like an issue with the like previous game too. I think to a certain degree, like I know a lot of people were very much like, boy, that game feels like it had a really fine, good, satisfying conclusion. And then the post-credit stinger rolls, and then it's like, and here's the rest, and like we're gonna keep on harping on this, and it's like, actually, you guys probably, if you're gonna make another game in this world, honestly, I like you said, John, Aloy is totally fine, and I'm just seeing the chat now. Aloy is a totally fine character, but like telling a completely different story with a completely different person in this world would almost be more interesting to me than like saying, okay, it's Aloy again, and she's fighting that thing again, or that thing is involved somehow. Because so much of like what was interesting about the twists and turns with Aloy in the first game is stuff that you can't do again. You can't make that twist that happens in Horizon Zero Dawn twice, you know?
Yeah. It's some real
Nicholas
Grayson
Grayson
energy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make myself this big. We've got a question. We've got a question from the chat from one Taylor Hicklin, who's asking if y'all think that we're ever gonna get big action games to veer away from over the shoulder, fucking Uncharted / Tomb Raider style.
No,
I also don't think
especially
so.
not
If
from
it works,
Sony
it
Worldwide
works.
Studios. Like,
Yeah.
That's
There's
just
plenty of other
that's just
types
their
of
house
games.
style now.
Yeah, and it is like a safe bet. Like they know this style works. I feel like AAA studios aren't trying to reinvent the wheel and do something super crazy with the way they present these stories.
Certainly not Sony, as we saw through that like leak about like Days Gone and all that stuff about like what Sony values in terms of like making just the biggest of the big hits that hit critically and also commercially.
Let me hit you with this though. What if an open world Halo? Do you think? Imagine.
Like an infinite kind of Halo, like one that just
kind of
doesn't
like
end?
an infinite.
It'll never
like
end.
you can go to all of it.
Yeah.
You can go to all of Halo. Wow.
You see that ring, you can go to there.
You can go to there.
I hope they let Master Chief jump so high that he falls through. He goes so high and breaks the gravity, and then has to go to the other side of the Halo.
The Halo
Like a
starts
Mario
orbiting
Galaxy
around him.
Amazing.
Yeah, like in Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy, yeah, totally. I love that idea. I think to go back really briefly, to my non-insider knowledge question that I can't answer too much about because I don't know shit. No one tells me anything about the games industry. But my best guess is God of War, the follow-up, will be an unbelievable showcase of everything that the PlayStation 5 does. It'll have dual sense capability that will be as good as wow, I almost said Astro Boy.
Yeah, it's Astro
The
Boy.
GBA game, which is really good.
Yeah,
Treasure
That's the guy.
but it'll showcase, the heft of the weapons in God of War were amazing when there wasn't that haptic feedback, and so I can imagine them putting all those pieces together to make a brilliant looking game. I mean, the PlayStation 4 game still looks incredible, so I would say like. I would guess that's really the most likely point at which we'll say, hey, this is the definitive PS5 experience. But that's my non-insider take. We might see something that's coming much sooner that blows us all away. But I agree. I don't think anything has put it all together yet, for sure.
I might have shamed Sony last night into removing the God of War logo from a presentation.
I did see that. What's so
what
funny
do you
is
mean?
we had there was such a weird I guess it's the Mandela effect of like I thought that was just the logo, and it wasn't until you pointed out that was never part of their official thing, and they fucking Google searched it to put it on that presentation.
They Google searched a fan-made logo for a game title that does not exist yet, as far as we know.
But
not
now it has to be, right?
You can assume it is.
Yeah.
Like it's for sure called God of War Ragnarok, but it's like somebody didn't make a logo and send it to Jim Ryan's office to tell them like this is what God of War. This is just put the God of War symbol. That's fine. People will know what that means.
Well, also, if somebody was Googling, like if that presentation featured images that were Google searched, what were they Google searching for? God of War 2? Because that wouldn't have brought them to God of War Ragnarok. They must have Google searched for, oh, what's the name of that game that we're making? God of War Ragnarok. And they're like, okay. And then they looked, oh, this must be the logo.
Yeah.
Do y'all think here's a fun conspiracy theory that I will introduce to you all.
I love conspiracy theories, especially when Nikki subscribes to them.
Absolutely.
What are the odds that Sony is waiting to announce the release date for this game until Nintendo says when Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out, because they don't want to get fucked again? Like this game is like 99% done, and they're gonna polish it for a year to get out of the release window.
My guess is they were probably pretty confident about 2021 up until the middle of 2020. And I was like, oh shit, this is actually going to be real bad for a while. So I would bet this game and God of War have like very quietly slipped into next year. Who knows? Maybe at some point they're like, this game's November. This is what we're doing. This is our big holiday title. But I don't think like at this time last year, I was pretty optimistic this game would be a August, September title. I am no longer optimistic about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, they can afford to do it because they've got so many other great PlayStation 5 exclusives coming out in the intervening months between Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And I reinstalled Neo 2 recently on PS5 and it's great.
It's good.
I've been playing older games on my PS5, really just like using it instead of my PS4, but not really many next gen.
Can I ask y'all a usage question?
Yeah.
Wait, how many of y'all have both of them? Do we all have both?
PS5
PS4 and a
Series
PS5
X?
And Xbox.
Oh no, I don't have Xbox.
Okay. So
both.
for Imran, John, and Steven, which one do you use more right now?
For games, I use the PS5 more. My Xbox is sort of like my media box, and I've like Game Pass is a good. Hey, I don't know what I want to play, and I'm gonna whittle away an hour or something. I'm gonna download River City Girls or something like that. But I've not really sat down to play a game from start to finish on the Xbox in a while.
Yeah.
John, I know
Uh,
the answer to this one, but John,
Xbox. I
Yeah.
play the Xbox
Really?
a lot more. Yeah. It's just a machine that allows me to essentially rent a lot of things and put them on my machine and play them. And sometimes I'll play them to completion. It is my Mass Effect machine right now. It is, it is my device since my PC has died. It's going to be resuscitated tomorrow. Big prayers.
that's Pog.
But like that has been a good PC replacement for me in terms of like being a good game box where I can play a wide variety of stuff. My PlayStation 5 is getting the most right now because of an exclusive game that is not out yet. Like, so that's really the only reason I'm playing my PlayStation 5 right now.
I'm basically back into the same camp as Imran, where I play almost everything on PlayStation 5 first if I can, partially because I wrote about this recently, but there's just a lot of games that I can look at on PlayStation 4 and say, oh, this was a game that was exclusive to the PlayStation 4, and now they put out a patch that made it better. So like Neo 2.
Yeah.
I don't know I can't remember if Judgment is, or there's some games that were on PC as well, but then got better updates on PS5, and then I play those on PS5 because I can sit on my couch and play them there and not have to like sit by my desk all day, which gets very tiresome.
Sure.
One thing I use my Xbox for a lot is that the PlayStation, and I assume this is because Sony bought a bunch of or bought all of Crunchyroll. The PlayStation 5 does not have a Verve app, so my Verve subscription cannot be is useless to me on the PlayStation 5, but I do have it on the Xbox because they just have the Xbox One app on there. So I watch Thunderbolt Fantasy and My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen on there.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. It's in a weird spot. I mean, like, I really fully assumed this is so petty of me, and I'm really sorry. The PlayStation 5 is so ugly. I almost don't like it being.
No,
Stop!
it looks
They're right
great.
here.
I don't like I
here.
don't like looking at it.
It's so
I
good.
I don't like it. And
There are
so,
times where
should
like
be asymmetrical and hideous in a way that is
just
like
don't get
interesting
it.
instead
I
of just
don't
like
get it.
fucking. I actually do think the Xbox Series X also looks cool because the Xbox Series X is just this brutalist little nightmare box that looks like it fell out of
I
a
love
brutal
it.
Legend boss fight.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
the PlayStation 5 looks like Seto Kaiba. So
there's times I look at the PS5 and I'm like, how the fuck did you come out?
Yeah.
What
It's almost
happened?
a miracle.
How did
Yeah.
someone along the line not go, hold on, guys, this joke has gone far enough. We don't. I understand what you were going for, but this cannot come out to the public.
Well,
I think it works because it looks like it comes from the future. Like it just like
Sure.
stumbled out and it's here, and we don't know how to like quite use it yet, but we have it in our house. Like I think that's something really cool. If you're making a new product and it just looks super weird, and everyone's talking about how it looks weird, I'm down with it.
That's fine. Yeah.
Totally.
Eli in the chat says, I like how PlayStation 5 looks, but it doesn't fit anywhere, and I don't like the UI. And like, yeah, I don't like the way it looks, but I think for me, it's also probably I think it's the bulkiest electronic I own that isn't a television, which is wild to me. And so there are just issues I have with PlayStation. The UI UX is not super strong in my opinion. It has a lot of cool parts that I don't think anyone actually uses, which is the other part of it that's like kind of tough for me. I don't know. The best stuff with PlayStation doesn't beat the best stuff with Xbox for me. I can't believe we're turning this into a console war thing. Maybe we should stop. But right now, that's kind of where I am with the machine.
I was talking to Nikki about this not too long ago. I understand why the PlayStation 5 UI was bad at launch. It almost feels like a joke or like some kind of prank that it is still as bad as it is right now.
Rough.
Yeah.
It's incredible to me. I can't believe that it hasn't been updated like at all.
They added
so bad.
They added the trophy system Like I like that completion thing for PS5, but I don't like that they kind of just removed how fluid the PS4 felt. Like they changed the system, I feel like, just to change it and say like we have a new UI, like
Yeah.
like to print that on the box, but it's like it doesn't feel good to use, and it doesn't feel like you're building off of the ideas from the PS4 or like doing something new that works. It's just like well, you're just changing it to change it. Like you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like just add the PS5 like trophy thing if you want to do that. Like you can keep the
Yeah.
same UI pretty much.
The PS5 UI is that joke about Twitter about like timeline goes sideways now. Like that is what the PS5 UI actually is. Like, no, you're not actually listening to what people want. Why are you just changing things for the sake of it?
Yeah.
Right.
100%. 100%. Are y'all gonna buy a Switch Pro? And and will it be called the Super Nintendo Switch?
No.
I wanted to be called that so bad.
I'm going to buy one. That name is too good for Nintendo to actually do it. It'll be called the new Nintendo Switch, and it won't say new anywhere on the box. It'll just look like a regular Switch Pro, and you'll have to like pull up the serial number on the back to know if you're getting a good one or not.
It'll be slightly off red on the box. And like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no, I can. You're sitting there with a color picker trying to figure out like, okay, this one's like hashtag 3043.
I mean, you know, they were already ableist toward people with limited mobility for the Wii. They might as well do it for colorblind folks too. Yeah, I think I'm definitely excited about that report, though. We'll see how accurate it is.
Are the Joy-Con going to be bigger or the same size?
I imagine it would have to be the same size because otherwise you cut out an entire market of people who own Joy-Cons or are looking to buy Joy-Cons from retail stores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucked up.
I don't think I'm gonna get it, honestly. I don't have any complaints about my Switch. It does everything I need it to do. Like I just pick up games, I can play them wherever in my house. It's a chill system. Do we know like what the new Nintendo Switch does for real, or is it just
It hasn't even
is-
actually
It's
been
not
announced
yet
yet.
an official product. So
okay?
Yeah.
Funky,
Yeah, I
this is
mean,
how
the-
broken I am that you saying I don't know that if I need one because I'm not going to be able to do anything with it is so alien to me. Because I'm like, why would you need to do anything? Like, it's new thing. Why
It's
wouldn't
new
you just buy
thing.
it?
I mean, for me, the only reason that I mean, one, I have Imran disease that I'm also like, I see new thing and I need new thing. But also it's the Breath of the Wild 2 player. Like I already know that in my bones that you have to like, you don't have to maybe, but the optimized experience for that game, the sequel to the best game that's ever been created, in my opinion, that's going to be the machine that plays it the best. And so that's, I think, the only reason.
So you think it'll be the difference between like Wii U and Switch Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
that
it'll
graphic.
yeah.
Okay.
I also don't think that Pokemon game's gonna run on the Switch.
Comes out in
regular Switch.
January. That thing looks like shit right now.
I think there's a good reason they did not have a new trailer with that release date.
Yeah.
I have my hopes for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Fingers crossed, please. I just want those ones to be
legally.
clean.
Those have to be good.
With
Those
their
have-
weirdly furry legendary Pokemon.
Fucking oh my god, we have to go. I can't think of a furry Palkia right now.
Oh geez, yeah.
Funky, you want to send us out?
Absolutely. Thank you everyone for watching our Horizon Zero Dawn watch along stream. Where can the folks find you, John?
You can find me over at the Twitter machine, the worst website that's ever been created, at Floppy Adult.
Nice. Imran, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at ImranZomg.
Swaggy. Steven, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Steven Strum, StevenStrom, and you should go to fanbyte.com to read all of the articles that I write there.
Absolutely. Nikki, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Godsua, GODSEWA.
Fantastic. Yeah, and keep it tuned to Fanbyte here on Twitch and on the site because we have a lot of E3 coverage and I guess not E3 coverage as well for the next few weeks and I guess month. Yeah, so come along for the ride.
Yeah,
See you,
it's
gamers.
Fanbyte's Hot Game Summer.
Hot
Fanbyte
Game
Hot Game
Summer.
Summer.
Let's get it
That's
trending.
the official title.
Let's go. Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, we can't. Wait, hold on.
Bye,
Keep
y'all.
talking for like 2 seconds.
Bye.
No. Keep saying goodbye.
See
I
ya.
will-
Just keep saying goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Keep saying goodbye.
Bye.
Hold on.
Goodbye.
Just
keep
Adieu,
saying goodbye.
Asvidas
It's
Zane.
over.
Keep saying goodbye. All
Get
right.
over here.
And hold on. There's got to be a better
Can
way
I
than
say
this.
some copyright?
Hold on. Wait, Funky, you're the only one still here.